Hello, welcome to the pre-registration presentation for the 2014-2015 school year. Throughout this presentation, you will hear the details about how to pre-register for the classes you would like to take next year. We want next year to be fabulous for you, and that begins with a great schedule. You'll want to listen closely. A correct schedule hangs in the balance, and we want to make certain you have everything you need for graduation. There are several issues to consider, and we want to make sure you're aware of each. You may be wondering if pre-registration forms even matter. They do, and there are several reasons why this is true. The master schedule, which is the schedule we create with classes in specific blocks, is based on what you write on your pre-registration form. We work hard to make certain there are as few conflicts as possible. For example, if several students write on their pre-registration form that they want to be in both AP English Literature or Pre-AP English and Advanced Drama, we'll do our best to make sure they're not scheduled at the same time. If your form is not accurate, we may create conflicts for you simply because we didn't know they existed. When possible, we make space in class based on the number of students that selected a course. If you don't have a course listed on your pre-registration form, there may not be space for you in the class. Making sure your pre-registration form accurately lists the classes you would like to take is critical. You may also be wondering what classes you should take. As you see from these lists, there are several courses you must take your sophomore and junior years. Each year you need Bible, English, and history. Sophomores take either honors or college-bound world history, and juniors take either U.S. history or AP U.S. history. You may have applied for AP, honors, or arts classes. If so, you'll hear whether or not you were accepted on March 21st. Please do not turn in your pre-registration form until you know for certain. The same is true for math. Recommendations will be emailed home on March 21st. If you have any questions about what the math class is the best fit for you, do not turn in your pre-registration form until you receive the recommendation. Again, an accurate form is extremely important. When you're deciding what electives to include in next year's scheduling, don't forget to include graduation requirements in your selection. You'll need 2 credits of a career concentration course. This includes technology, business, and marketing classes. 4 credits, which is 2 years, of Spanish or an outside foreign language. If you're taking foreign language outside of King's, keep in mind it must be 2 years of the same language. 2 credits of a fine or performing art, and 3 years, which is 6 credits, of math and science are required for graduation. We highly recommend, though, that you take 4 of each, as colleges around the country are looking for strong academic candidates who include additional math and science in their course selection. Keep also in mind that chemistry must be included as one of your science classes before graduation. You want to consider the courses you plan to take your senior year and what prerequisite those classes require when filling out your current pre-registration form. For example, if you know you want to take AP Biology your senior year, you must make sure that anatomy is a part of your junior year course selection. State colleges in Washington require that you have a math or algebra-based science, which is chemistry or physics, in your senior year unless you've taken pre-calculus. If math and science are not your strong subjects, you'll want to look ahead and make sure you can meet this requirement. It might mean that you save chemistry for your senior year or pace yourself in other math courses. If you have questions about what the right choice for you might be, stop by and talk with Mrs. Young. When choosing courses, make sure you look closely at the requirements and prerequisites. Here are just a few. As mentioned earlier, if you applied for Abundant Life or Living Faith, you will receive information regarding admission on March 21st. If you are in Abundant Life or Living Faith, you'll need to participate in 1 term of Flex Block Choir. You'll need to participate in choir during the term you are not in Abundant Life or Living Faith. When your math recommendation is sent to you, you must pre-register for the math course you're recommended for. If you want to register for a course other than what you're recommended for, you'll need to see your math teacher for a waiver, and you may be required to take a placement test. If you're admitted into AP English Language, you must be in the AP Language Review in the Spring Flex Block. This makes certain you're prepared for the May AP test. On the back of the pre-registration form, there is a list of classes. All of those that have asterisks next to them have a prerequisite. Be sure to read course descriptions that will be included in an email home this afternoon if you have any questions. Let's take a minute to talk about filling out the pre-registration forms. To begin, you will choose between the required courses already listed, for example, between English 11 and AP Language. You will then need to fill in all of the elective spots available. Include math and science, remembering to look ahead to your senior year. Will you take math or an algebra-based science in your senior year? This may guide your math and science choices for 10th and 11th grade. Also, be sure to consider what you still need for graduation. Have you had a career concentration course, Spanish, and art? You may have space for several of each of these. The most confusing portion of the pre-registration form is classes that are during flex and only run half of the year. Now, you may not have any of these. Your flex block class may run all year long. If you choose courses listed in the box on the back of this form, you'll need to make sure you have a fall class and a spring class listed on the same line. Here is a sample of the box on the back of your pre-registration form with courses that run half a year each. This might be confusing, so let's take a look at a few samples. This student circled Bible 11, U.S. History, and AP English Language. Their elective choices are Pre-Calculus, Anatomy, Drama, Spanish 3, and Marketing. In line 9, this student decided to take SAT Power Prep in the fall and AP English Review in the spring. They must be listed on the same line. If they aren't, you'll only have a flex block class for half of the year. Here is a sample where the student does not want any classes that run half the year long. One of the courses they choose will run all year during flex block. Here is a sample of a sophomore schedule with no half-year courses. Here is a sample that does have 2 half-year courses listed. Although we'll do our very best to create a schedule that meets the needs of all of our students, we can't guarantee that you will get all of the electives you requested. An accurate pre-registration form is the best way to help. Be sure to pay attention to the parent signature, student signature, and clause at the bottom of your pre-registration form. Pre-registration forms must be turned into the main office by Thursday, March 27th at 3 p.m. If your form is late, you will be registered last for classes. All application decisions, including AP, Honors, and Arts courses, along with math recommendations, will be emailed to you on March 21st. Please wait to turn in your forms until you have these decisions. These will make certain your pre-registration forms are correct. Just a reminder, a link to this presentation, along with pre-registration forms and class descriptions, will be emailed home today. Please review these slides, and if you still have questions, make an appointment with Mrs. Young. We're happy to help with planning or clarification, so stop by any time. Have a great day.